Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Mythus Operandi, and it is with great excitement that I get to introduce to you the players and party who will soon embark on their journey across Roshar in the Stonewalkers adventure path. I am our Game Master, and we'll be playing the brand new Cosmere RPG system created by Brotherwise Games and Dragonsteel, set in Brandon Sanderson's incredible Stormlight Archive book series. With over 2 decades of experience as both player and GM across various tabletop systems and over all forms of media, from books, TV, and gaming, no world has captured my imagination quite like the works of Brandon Sanderson. I have a lifetime of worlds from books and stories that I've dreamt of bringing to tabletop, and none are quite as exciting and intimidating as this one. Come join us as we bring the world of Roshar to life at our table. So join me and the heroes of this tale as we step into the High Storm together and witness the birth of the Stonewalkers. Welcome, Kaar. Thank you for coming in and joining me today. Are you excited for our Stonewalkers adventure?
I absolutely am. I'm looking really forward to playing this new character I've designed.
Okay, well let's get to know them a little bit better. We'll start with, what's your character's full name and how do they introduce themselves?
Well, my character's full name is Kuna Mana Kai Luna Tuki Unama.
Okay.
I'd say it a lot from the start, but
a little bit of a mouthful with Unkalaki names, but we'll have to practice that.
yes, but just for convenience, we'll just call him Sun.
Okay, and he goes by Sun for short. Excellent. And how would you describe your character's personality in just a few words?
Loyal, protective, honest. He takes his time to give answers. He likes to think about what's happening around him before saying something, trying to make an impact with his words and actions.
Okay, sounds very stalwart. And where do they come from? What part of Roshar, and what part of Roshar has shaped him most?
He was born and raised in the Hornady Peaks.
Okay. Have they lived there most of their life?
Pretty well all their life. They have done a little bit of travel during trade embargo or protective caravans. Or when he goes on hunts for his clan.
Okay, and does a bit of hunting. And when someone meets Sun for the first time, what's the first impression that others usually get meeting your character?
They get a sense of a strong, battle-hardened Unkalaki. His height is very imposing to most, and he's got a large frame that does sort of say, "I'm a warrior, and I'm here to do business."
Okay. Oh, good to hear. And we'll jump into a couple other questions that's more a little bit about your character motivations, get to know that a bit more. What inspires them to keep moving forward?
Well, he made a vow in his youth, and that's going to be his major drive.
All right. Oaths and vows are something pivotal to the planet of Roshar and the way things work there. Now, when Sun left the Hornady Peaks and ventured forth into the lowlands, what were they doing? Why did they leave the Hornady Peaks?
Well, before he leaving the Hornady Peaks, there was a celebration of a deceased family member. After finding that, he discovered another family member who is now alone in the world and needs his protection. So when that family member left, he left with them.
Okay. And what are they hoping to find or trying to escape?
They're trying to escape a memory of a hunt gone wrong. Trying to resolve that issue they have.
Okay, we might shed a bit more light on that as we go into the adventure. And in terms of Unkalaki, they honour a lineage-based system for how they raise their children. Where do you fall within your family, and what were you raised to become?
Sun was raised to become a warrior, having been the third son of the sons born from his father. Daughters got to choose whatever professions they wanted, which was great for them, I suppose. But He's a warrior through and through.
Okay, warrior through and through. Now, to wrap us up, a couple of fun ones. What is Sun's favourite food or drink in Roshar?
Sun loves the taste of grilled sky eel. It's like a delicacy during festivals.
That makes me hungry because, I love regular eel. I'm sure sky eel is just as good. And, lucky last question. Complete the sentence for me. Honor is...
Honor is a weight we choose to carry.
Okay, I like that answer. Well, thank you for joining us, Kaar. We've had a little bit of an insight onto your character, and I'm looking forward to seeing more as we jump into our campaign. Welcome in, Grogrin. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to get into our campaign. Well, why don't we, first of all, learn a little bit more about the character you'll be playing with us. What's your character's full name, and how do they introduce themselves?
Their full name is Storm-son-Loam. They introduce themselves as Storm to most people.
Okay. And if you could describe their personality in just a few words, how would you describe it?
Very stoic and reserved with a strong sense of what's right and wrong.
Excellent. And just so we know a little bit about them, where do they come from? What part of Roshar has shaped them the most as well?
They were born in Shinovar, but the Horny-Eater Peaks have shaped them the most.
Alright. We've got a lot of ties to the Horny-Eater Peaks, so we might have to see a little bit more of that in gameplay than what Stonewalkers give us. Well, in terms of first impressions for Storm, when people meet you, what's the first impression they tend to get?
That he's trying not to be noticed.
Trying not to be noticed, okay. I know you're a little bit of a scout, so who knows, maybe stealth might be in the avenues for you. Let's learn a little bit more about them as a character. What would you say Storm wants most out of life?
To learn, discover, and explore. To really find their place in fate.
Okay, looking for maybe more internal growth than anything else. And if they were afraid of something, even if they don't show it, have they got any fears, anything that they're afraid of?
They are very afraid of losing control of themselves and breaking oaths.
Okay, we do know oaths are very, very pivotal to Roshar, so... especially when it comes to Spren, you don't want to be breaking any oaths there. Now, in terms of the journey that they're currently on, what are they currently hoping to find, or are they trying to escape something?
They are trying to find out why some people act with good intentions while others act to harm others.
That's very interesting. We'll have to see that come out and play. And then, what would be the first Spren Storm remembers seeing? Does he remember seeing any in particular through childhood?
Yes, he first remembers a rough spring bloom into a life spring as something decays and becomes part of life.
That's very interesting. Roshar's got a very, very interesting life and death cycle. And if your character was to attract a Radiant Spren, I'm not sure if you've got that in your mind yet, what kind might that be and why?
Hopefully an Ashbreen as he seeks to master his mind, body and emotions.
Oh, very interesting, very interesting. Now, a couple of fun ones. What's Storm's favourite food or drink in Roshar?
Curried cream served with cheese flatbread.
Oh, it does sound good. It does sound good. And last question. Complete this sentence for me. Honor is...
Holding to one's oaths, for without them there is nothing to guide them but instinct.
Okay, very, very cool. Very cool. Well, we'll see a lot more of Storm as we jump into our campaign. Thank you for coming in today and having this little interview and getting to know them a little bit better. And we'll see you soon in actual play. Hello, Whipman. Welcome in, welcome in. We're gonna take a little dive into your character and learn a little bit more about them before we start our Stonewalkers adventure path. Let's start with your character's full name and how do they introduce themselves?
Well, the character I'll be playing is Talanor, and he lost his original last name due to some backstory reasons that we'll be exploring. But currently he's using the nickname his mother gave him, but since it's in Unkalaki, I refuse to pronounce it. It translates roughly to Luxspren, though.
Very cool. You've got an introduction to our Kaladin as well, as he's jumped on my lap during our recording. So we're gonna keep going. We're going with this. Let's talk about. You mentioned an Unkalaki last name. Why don't we go next into where do they come from, and what part of Roshar shaped Talanor the most?
Well, Talanor was born in Alethkar, but his recent time in the Shattered Plains is what shaped him the most. It's where he found his calling and his passion.
Okay. And how would you describe your character's personality in just a few words?
Well, Talanor is a very respectful, polite, and professional kind of man, as his father raised him.
Alrighty. Now, what first impression do others get when they meet you for the first time?
Despite his past, he holds himself rather well. He walks with the step of a trained duelist, and he likes to show respect for all things, even the ground he walks on.
Okay, very nice. Well, let's learn a little bit more about what drives Talanor. What does your character want most out of life right now?
To put simply, he wants to right wrongs, and he just wants to make his family proud by fixing their legacy.
Okay. And what inspires them to keep moving forward?
The idea that there can always be a better tomorrow, no matter how stormy the day may seem.
Alright. How did your character end up on the road to the Unclaimed Hills at the start of the Stonewalkers campaign?
Well, Talanor was actually traveling back to the Shattered Plains from the Horneater Peaks after laying his mother's body to rest, so that's how he ended up on the road to the Unclaimed Hills.
Okay, and that's where we'll find them at the start of our adventure. What do they hope to find, or what are they trying to escape?
Well, Talanor's trying to escape the situation he finds himself in now that he is a 10th Dawn, struggling to reclaim what he has lost. He hopes to find allies and the skills he needs to take back pretty much what he lost. Okay.
Looks like you've got a far way to climb back up then, 10th Dawn being very, very low.
Very far.
And what will they fight to protect when the Everstorm comes?
Talanor's a simple man. He'll fight to protect everyone, as no one deserves to suffer the horrors of the Everstorm. Such a fate to him is unfair and unjust.
Not that we know what the Everstorm is yet.
Alright.
A couple of fun ones to wrap us up. What is Talanor's favorite food or drink in Roshar?
He loves a nice, good surf and turn. Combo of cremlings boiled to perfection, and with some nice slices of pork on the side, with some sow butter to dip that cremlings in, and some Horneater spices, and a nice side of lavis grain bread for dipping and soaking up the juices.
That does sound good. And last question. Complete this sentence for me. Honor is...
Honor is doing what is fair and what is kind.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this quick little interview about your character. We'll be seeing Talanor soon when we jump into our Stonewalkers adventure path. Hello, Jamie. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to take a little bit of a look into your character, but why don't we just start with what's your character's full name and how do they introduce themselves?
So my character is Dr. Fazar Ilian Bonder III, but you can feel free to call him Faz.
Okay, Faz. Probably we'll stick to that one for a bit, because that's a mouthful. And in terms of your character's personality, how would you describe it in just a few words?
He's inquisitive, curious, and aloof. Bit silly.
Alright. And whereabouts do they come from? What part of Roshar has shaped them the most?
So Faz doesn't remember. He's got some age-related issues with his brain. He's kind of forgetting things and forgetting where he is and who he is. He believes he comes from Cabranth. But yeah, those memories are getting very, very foggy. He believes he's shaped by, all that exists around him. Every interaction, every word spoken to him is important, and he gets touched by everything and changed by everything.
All right, and that's an addlement through age more than anything.
It appears to be that way.
Okay, bit of an older character. And what first impressions do others get when they meet Faz for the first time?
With few emotions short of a spren. Kind of like he needs to be seen by a doctor himself.
I like that. Alrighty, what does your character want most in life right now?
Probably just to learn everything that there is, and most importantly, to learn about anatomy. If he can cut it open, then he will.
Okay, interesting. And then, in terms of where they are, how did your character end up on the road to the Unclaimed Hills?
He's most curious about the Parshendi in he has to meet them kind of way. He has to know about them, see them, and even hopefully cut them up and see what's inside them to investigate their anatomy to find out whether they're like us, whether they're like other beings. He really wants to capture their existence and really put it down on parchment so that people can read about them for eons.
Okay, a bit of a discovery. And what are they finding to protect?
Knowledge.
Yep.
So just protecting knowledge. Knowledge rules everything. When the storm clears, all the knowledge that persists will be that much more important. So that's what he fights to protect.
Okay, protection of knowledge. I like it. What kind of tone or mood fits your character best on camera?
Bit fun, humorous, very distracted.
Excellent. And a couple of fun ones. What is Faz's favourite food or drink in Roshar?
I've not a clue. I imagine Faz to be quite open to all delicacies. Kind of if he can eat it, he's gonna try it. There's no favourites. It's all to be consumed, all to be tried.
Okay, sounds a little bit like me. And then lucky last, complete this sentence for me. Honor is...
keeping a promise to yourself at no expense to others.
Okay, very interesting. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of Faz as we jump into actual play, and thank you for joining us for the interview today, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you.
And there you have them, the heroes who will stand against the storms, each with their own past, purpose, and path to walk, bound together by chance and destiny. Their journey across Roshar is about to begin, and I can't wait to share every triumph, every heartbreak, and every moment of discovery with you. So grab your spears, brace for the winds, and join us as the storms roll in. This is Stonewalkers.